Chelsea Football Club, this is an announcement for all of you and for any person watching this. You want to lose weight? Put the fork down. You want to get in shape? Hit the gym. You want Chelsea to fix itself? Tell them to watch this video because I've got 5 quick fixes that they have to implement this summer. And Chelsea will be back to where they belong, the very top. Let's get on with it. Welcome to the Kavkas View. Welcome, Bratuki. Last night we got absolutely pummeled by Arsenal. A lot of overreaction, but some of it is worrying. Thomas Tuchel coming out with stupid excuses like the pitch isn't big enough and the pitch is not suiting our style of play, and a lot of mistakes occur. I don't need to hear that from you, Thomas. You're better than that. But I've got 5 key reasons why Chelsea is suffering and how we can fix them to compete for the title next year. We're Chelsea Football Club. We are not Arsenal. We compete for league titles. So without further ado, let's get into that video. But before we get started, I think it's very important that all of you support the cause. You hit the like button and you subscribe to the channel. Did you know 65% of you, so 6 in 10 people on average, don't subscribe to the channel when they watch it? What? That makes no sense. So please support the cause. We're trying to hit 25k by the end of the year, and 500 likes is the target. It is very aspirational at this moment in time, but if you do it, it supports the channel. So please, I know a lot of you watch on a daily basis because I get a lot of you and the likes are matching up. So come on, help me out. Problem number 1 that needs fixing ASAP. Chelsea's home form. First of all, at what point did Stamford Bridge become Stamford Bridge 3-point lane? I'm not even joking, because we are 9th best in the league. 9th best in the league after 16 games played. West Ham have a better record, Newcastle have a better record, and Leicester. That is unacceptable. Away from 2nd place in the league, only Manchester City better than us. This can be explained by the way that we play. We prefer to hit teams on the break, we prefer when teams open up, but this insinuates one thing. When there's a deep block, when there is 2 banks of 4 in front of us, we don't have the creativity to open teams up. Is this because of our win-back issue? Maybe. But Chelsea need to orchestrate one way of fixing that, because Tuchel has the worst ratio of winning at home. He averages 1.71 points. Even Frank Lampard has a better ratio than that. This is unacceptable. This needs to get fixed. Next season, it's an urgent matter. This is the quickest fixable thing. Chelsea need to act on it now. One thing I always say, and I'm very evident about this, I hate rotation. And the reason I hate rotation is because it stops consistency from building. If you look at the consistent teams, I remember Leicester played 8 or 9 of their players in every single game or in the Premier League when they won the league. That is not a coincidence. Consistency breeds consistency on the results front as well as on the pitch. People know each other, they know how to counteract it. Let me give you some stats to back it up. Liverpool this season, right? They have had 10 players play more than 1,900 minutes. 1,900 minutes. You've got the Virgil van Dijks playing 2,500, and you've got Alisson, Mane, all of them playing a lot of minutes. Then you have Chelsea. 3 players above 2,000 minutes, 2 players above 1,800 minutes added onto the additional 3. That's Jorginho and Mount. The only 3 players that are consistent starters are Rudiger, Silva, and Mendy. That's not good enough. This is the identification of our issue. We have no consistency. We're not building on patterns of play, and we're not building on the insight of familiarity. One week it's Ziyech, Werner, and Mount. Next week it's Lukaku, Havertz, and Pulisic. Then it's Callum Hudson-Odoi sprinkled in, and all of a sudden, everyone doesn't know where to be passing. It doesn't build relationships, and this leads from one aspect, and I'm going to tell you what it is. Too many options. Let's get into it. This needs to change. Next season, Tommy, I need to see at least 8 players above 2,000 minutes in the Premier League. That's the only way we're going to be competing. Point number 3, and this one is very irritating. Chelsea is actually Charity FC, and I'm not even referring to giving points to Burnley at home, Brighton at home, Arsenal at home, Manchester United at home. I'm talking about giving boys careers at the top level. Let's talk about this in correlation with what I'm referring to. Number one, Marcos Alonso shouldn't be on the Chelsea books. How is he playing for Chelsea Football Club at this moment in time? How is he the backup option? Saul should not be playing for Chelsea. How did we go and loan him for 5 million and have the option of buying him for 35? It makes no sense. Azpilicueta, this isn't a charity home. This isn't a retirement home. Why is he still playing for Chelsea Football Club? I'm sorry. His experience is valuable. He sets a standard in training. I understand. But he should not be playing the number of minutes he has been playing this year. Thomas Tuchel is referring to these players all the time. He is reiterating, yes, we aren't being consistent enough, but yet he goes and picks them. And why is that? Because they're not good enough, but the option he has when he has to rotate aren't good enough either. And the problem here lies with this. The board penny pinches. The scouting is unacceptable. They think the strength in number is better than strength in quality. I'd rather have 5 players that are very good than have 6 with 3 average players in there. The strength in numbers doesn't work for me. Malang Sarr's performance yesterday was disgusting. It reiterated what level he is. He is bottom half of the French league, bottom half of the Portuguese league, bottom half of the Spanish league, bottom half of the English league. I genuinely don't think he starts from Norwich. And that's the harsh reality. Yet, he was playing for Chelsea Football Club, taking minutes away from Trevor Chalobah and taking minutes away from Levi Colwill. Mark Guehi left for this. Why on earth did we get rid of Mark Guehi for Kyle Tomori and most probably going to get rid of Levi Colwill because that's the way Chelsea operates, isn't it? We bring in talent, we get them on ridiculously high wages, and then we go, oh my god, we need to sell players to make up for those high wages. And then all of a sudden, you're stuck with Malang Sarr. Ridiculous. He ain't going to be leaving. He's on 100k a week. Where's he going to be going? Who's going to be buying Malang Sarr? I need that reality. That's the third thing that we need to fix. Long way around the scouting profile of these players. The board and the scouting department needs a clean-up. The board goes and buys the players on the recommendation of the scouts. Tuchel needs to be involved with this. And if he's involved, give us some accountability, give us some clarity and tell us he's one of the people forcing these moves through. The appetite of the squad, number 4. The risk appetite of this squad is disgusting. You look at what we have, the willingness to fill multiple positions, the dependency on having 7 attackers for 3 positions is stupid. It's absolutely stupid. Now let me attack this front 3. We've got Kai Havertz, we've got Mount, Werner, Ziyech, Lukaku, Hudson-Odoi and Pulisic. 7 attackers for 3 positions. How are you ever going to make that work? How are they ever going to build consistency? It's once again reiterating the purpose that we have strength in numbers but not strength in quality. Chelsea need to have 5 forwards for 3 positions. 1 youth team member ready to come in whenever needed. Next season, I need to see these 5 in my opinion. We need to go with Havertz, we need to go with Hudson-Odoi, Mount, Werner potentially, or Pulisic, one of the 2. And then you either keep Ziyech for the creativity element, or you go and get me a creative forward. By that I mean either a Joao Felix or Dybala. Go and get me Ousmane Dembele, somebody that's going to be competing, putting numbers on the board, but at the same time having that little bit of pizzazz to their game. We need to have that strength in numbers. At the same time, they need to be quality, but they can't be overpopulating the squad, because then everyone wants to eat. And when everyone eats, nobody eats. And the problem here at wing-back as well, we need to have 1 cover who can do left wing back and right wing back. We should have kept Timo Livramento, we didn't. And now all of a sudden, we're stuck in a predicament and this is a very bad situation. Shout out to Specs Gonzalez. Number 5, there needs to be more accountability in this squad. And I'm not talking about Thomas Tuchel. I'm talking about professional pride from these players. These players need to look in the mirror. I understand they're Champions League winners. I understand they're Club World Cup winners. I understand they won the Super Cup and they've made a lot of finals. 3 finals, by the way. Let me reiterate that in 18 months. But the key here lies in this. Apart from Thomas Tuchel, I don't see anyone else holding their hand up and saying, I need to accept the blame. Shocking performance yesterday from Andreas Christensen. What happened? Nothing from him. Malang Sarr played like a clown. What happened? Nothing from him. Edouard Mendy makes a stupid mistake against Real Madrid that cost us at the end, like I said. Nothing from him. You have players consistently underperforming. No accountability. I'm not saying do a Marcus Rashford and a Harry Maguire and start posting Instagrams and going onto Twitter and putting messages out. We don't want to see that. I want accountability on that pitch. I want recovery and a high level of performance. Antonio Rudiger is a prime example of that. Rudiger came in, was poor initially. Rudiger raised his level now where he's at arguably world class. Thiago Silva is the perfect example. He's 37 years old and we're asking him to play over 2,000 minutes. Let that tell you how much of a problem we have at this club at this moment in now. Mason Mount, he had a production issue. Guess what? He fixed it. Rate it. I respect it. I need to see that from more players. Accountability. Kai Havertz had an issue of getting into the team. Took accountability, got into the team, made that position his own. I need to see that from everyone else. Tuchel does it at a very high level, but at the same time, other players are using that and are performing poorly at his detriment. Guys, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Like I said, 500 likes on this video is the minimum target. This is a serious video. The more likes we get, the more people see this video and the more positive messages are going to be circulated of how to fix Chelsea. Hopefully one of the board members sees this. Who knows? Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. I'm out. Bye.